You going there, fellas? Here we go. We've got something different here. Look at that. Molly Rose Brewing Company Skylight IPA 5.7. New one on the block. Well, I haven't seen it. You guys might have tried it already, but I haven't seen this before. I do get around a bit. I do have a bit of a name of being a bit of a get-around bloke. I'm here, I'm there, I'm every friggin' where. Anyway, here it is. You gotta love that. Didn't spill a drop. The Skylight. Cheers. It's all happening. IPA City. A pretty straight up IPA. Yeah, it's not 6.8 or 7%. It's only 5.7. Don't expect too much out of it. But it's got a beautiful head. Been filtered quite decently. And let's see what they reckon about it. What does it taste like? Well, a light on IPA, a very easy drinker. For you guys that maybe like a pale ale, which, you know, you're on a session, you don't want to be drinking IPAs all afternoon, you end up a mess. But it's like a pale ale with plenty of flavour, you know, it's like a deluxe pale ale in my book. 5.7, I don't know if you want to call it IPA, but it's like the outer limits of a pale ale, and it's actually really good for a gutsy pale ale. I'm liking it. I don't know if it'll make it to India. It might have gone off. That was the whole idea of Indian pale ale. I used to have friends offer me an Indian beer, an Indian pale ale, and I go, I don't want to drink Indian beer. And they go, it's not from India. Not that I didn't mind, because I've been drinking a few Indian beers lately, and they're rum, and I love it. So it's not a bad thing, and they'd learnt off, you know, the Poms, so they taught them how to make some good beers, gutsy beers too. IPAs are good. They reckon this is a classic West Coast. Well, there's no tropical flavour. It's not a West Coast at all. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to cut you guys right back to basics. That's not a West Coast IPA. I don't know why you'd say that. I was going to say we've almost got little faint pine notes. You haven't got much flavour at all coming anywhere. It's sort of like tasting like beer. It's just like hops. You know, it's a pretty straight up mix. Well, I reckon it's bright citrus and stone fruit, hop aromas, and finishes with a dry, clean bitterness. Well, I'm getting a clean bitterness and not much of the flavours. But it is what it is. These guys are probably really nice blokes, and they're, you know, just starting out. They didn't quite do it right, but they put it out anyway because it cost them fucking $5,000 in alcohol taxes for the, you know, for that brew. You know, and they probably worked out that one of the things on the brew wasn't quite right, and the hops they got was last year's hops. It wasn't real good, and you know what I mean? I can imagine making beer for a living, the nightmare that have been. Like, I've met quite a few guys around the world, Hawaii and in Melbourne, and yeah, they got pretty big sort of breweries going, and they're telling me what a nightmare with the tax and the labels and the percentage of alcohol and how much they have to pay. And It's not a simple little start-up thing and off you go. You want to have plenty of bucks behind you and you want to have some really good know-how. This is one of those beers that's like someone served it up to you at a party or whatever, you'd be happy with that. It's got a bit of flavour. Yeah, it's a strong pale ale, but it's just nothing what they said it is in my book. But that's fine. I don't know everything. Everyone knows what they know. So if you see that one out there, guys, give it a taste test before you get into it. If you like a strong pale ale, you might like that. If it's cheap enough, it'd be worth buying. Probably wasn't that cheap, but anyway. New kid on the block, had to give it a try. Look, it's not a bad beer. It's just not really what they're saying it is. It's a bit light on and it's a bit of all over the joint. Alright, leave it with that one, guys. Another Drunken Trev's fucking bullshit from the beer channel. They're going to shut down soon. I reckon Christmas I'm going to knock it on the head. I think I'll have 3,000 videos by then, that'll do me. I've had enough. I need to sober up. Next year I think I'm going to start a new business. Probably nothing to do with YouTube, maybe, but I think I might do like mate's pretty keen on doing it, and he's a good worker like me, and we're both sick of being tradesmen. He's a plumber, I'm a sparky, you know. I think maybe we'll do some cooking at the markets. We'll do, I don't know, we're thinking of doing like hot dogs, but with sausages, you know, exotic sausages, so you can have a, you know, Weisswurst or a Bratwurst or a... He's got a combi. We're thinking of using that, but not really. You know what I mean? We could do the German scene, but maybe not. We'll sort of make it American a little bit. We'll make it, you know, I don't know. Hot dogs? We're thinking of doing the chili dogs. Chili dogs would be good, I reckon, at the market. Once people knew how good it was, but that's the whole thing. You can't come in with something people don't know. You'd be better off doing plain little burgers with beetroot and pineapple and using fresh pineapple. You know what I mean? And you'd get more punters in, I reckon. And then there'd be some that don't want the fresh pineapple. They want to have the bloody canned shit. You know what I mean? Because they're used to it. I've talked to Indian people and they've said to me, oh no, we don't use fresh turmeric because it tastes different to the powder. The kids, you know, the family like the powder taste. You know what I mean? It's what people are used to. So I'm thinking we do Aussie food, what people are used to food. And I reckon they're selling me in fucking tons of the shit. You know, serve them up what they know. Good chips, you know, maybe. We all know hot dogs. We don't know chili dogs, so I'm sort of probably not right there. And Mexican wraps, I was thinking of doing, but I don't think it was something enough. People aren't used to it. It's not what people are used to. So if you got any ideas for me, give me a call. You know my number. No one knows my number. No, but you can leave a comment about what you want me to cook at the market and what you reckon will go off like a, you know, like a Pros 90. I don't know. What do you reckon? What's going to go off? Cheers.